Hey guys, welcome back. So finally, I honestly, you guys might not feel like finally, but I feel like finally. I've been wanting to do an anti-haul for so long, so finally I'm doing one for you. Honestly, my favorite videos to watch on YouTube are probably anti-hauls. I love them. I don't know what it is. Honestly, I'm a little shady apparently. I feel like today's video is gonna have a lot of products in it. I'm not really interested in a lot of the makeup that's coming out recently. I don't know if that's just a me thing, if that's an everybody thing. I would just like it to be clear that if you guys are excited for any of these products, or you guys purchased any of these products, or you guys love any of these products, like that is great. Honestly, I am so happy that you purchased something and it worked out for you. I just wanted to be clear that these are launches that are not interesting to me. I know that everybody has different preferences. You know, what I like, you probably don't like. It's fine. Everybody likes different things. We're just gonna jump into it. I am reading off my phone. It's a real long list. So the first thing that I wanna talk about, I feel like I've seen so many people raving and like so excited to get this, and I get it. I get it if you're into what I'm about to talk about. ColourPop and Animal Crossing. I don't want that. I don't play Animal Crossing, so like that's the first issue for me. I don't know anything about Animal Crossing besides the fact that everybody loves it. Other than that, I'm kind of, I don't know what's happening. So that's my first issue, but honestly, that's really not a deal breaker for me because I feel like I have a whole bunch of collabs. Like I have a collab that Mac did with Proenza Schuler, or however you say that. Who the hell is Proenza? I don't know. Is that a person? Is that a brand? I don't know. If the colors, if the palettes, if everything just like was so intriguing, I would just be like, yeah, I'll get that Animal Crossing. Yeah, let's do it right now. But honestly, like it's not. At least 2 of the colors in each palette I don't like. The only palette that's like a little nice is that neutral one, but like I don't need that. I have so many neutral palettes. The blushes are okay, but not really, because that light pink one would look horrendous on me. I can't be part of it. I could see why you would be interested in this if you like Animal Crossing. But like I'm just not. I might as well talk about the other ColourPop collection that I was not interested in, or that I am not interested in, or that I am not picking up anything from, and that is the ColourPop Wild Child collection. I don't know if anybody else is like here with me on this same island, but I feel like so many of the launches are just so boring and they're just all like regurgitated, and I'm over it. It's like, to me, this palette is so boring. I feel like they've done this like 350 times. It's just a warm neutral palette. There's like a glitter in it, like great, okay. I just don't understand like why we're still putting this out. I feel like most people are kind of trying to move away from just warm neutral eyeshadow palettes. So why are we still doing that? They just had a 25% off sale, so I was so close to picking up some of the Super Shocks from this launch. They were like bronze. I don't really have that many bronze like single eyeshadows. I really don't, because I don't wear bronze as often as a lot of other people do. So the reason I ended up not getting the Super Shocks was because I literally just threw out a whole bunch of Super Shocks. Like I had so many Super Shock shadows in my collection, and I just went through and threw out almost every single one of them because they were like very dried out. I'm not interested. And then the lips, I think they're like, what are they, ultra glossy lips or something? They're definitely not matte. And they're okay colors, but you know, it's fine. I'm just... Something that I'm actually surprised that I didn't get is by Melt Cosmetics. You guys, I don't know if you know, but I love Melt Cosmetics. That's probably one of my favorite brands. I'm honestly wearing one of their lipsticks right now. I really like Melt Cosmetics. I just feel like they're so like cool and like out of the box, and they don't care. Like they're just gonna do what they want to do, and you guys can just get on board or not. It's fine. I also really love their palettes. I feel like I have most of them. I definitely don't have all of them. There's a few that I like very intentionally skipped out on, but this one is their newest one, and I was so close, but I'm so happy that I don't have it. This is the Melt Cosmetics Blueprint Palette. They do have a blueprint stack, or at least they did. I don't know if they still do. This is my issue with the stack and with the palette. What is going on? I am confused. I am genuinely confused. Is it a blue palette or is it a neutral palette? And where are the mattes? Okay, those are my 2 biggest issues. Why is it half and half? That to me is strange. I don't even feel like I can get a full blue eye or a full neutral eye out of this palette, if that makes sense. I just feel like it's kind of all over the place. There are two mattes and they're both very dark. It just makes no sense to me the way that this palette is set up. And I just don't understand the reason behind it. I'm very confused. Give me a blue palette, or give me a neutral palette, or maybe give me a neutral palette with a pop of blue, or maybe give me a blue palette that has just like one or two blending shades that are a little bit more on the neutral side. But just the way that it's set up to me is just, it makes no sense. It's all over the place, and I'm very happy that I skipped it. Morphe almost got me with this launch. Almost got me with this launch. They knew exactly what to do to get me with this launch. But I've gained wisdom in 2021, you know. I'm 27 now. I know things. I'm wiser than my younger self. So I did not pick it up. But the Sweet Oasis palette, so close. And let me explain to you why. First of all, I love color. So the fact that this palette is nothing but color, it's got pinks, it's got blues, it's just like everything that I could ever want in a palette all together. Karen, aka I Love Sarai, is probably my favorite YouTuber ever. I love her makeup looks. I love her channel. I just think she, besides the fact that she's gorgeous, she is so talented. So I would probably say she's like my favorite YouTuber. The fact that she's the face of this collection, oh my gosh. Okay, I was right there. Sorry to disappoint absolutely nobody, but I just don't feel like I'm gonna get any use out of this palette. Maybe I'll do a look with it, and then what? It's just gonna sit in my drawer with all my other palettes. This palette does have a lot of mattes, which, you know, that's why I'm here. That's why I exist, is for mattes. But if you take away the blues and you take away the pinks, the eyeshadows that are left over are just so uninteresting and they don't appeal to me at all. I think we should talk about Dragon Beauty in general. I am just feeling very let down by all the makeup that Nikita Dragon has come out with. All of it. I'm talking about her collab with Morphe, which is another thing I will not be getting, but you know, that this is not the topic right now because that's a little bit older. I just feel like all her products are so random. Like, she came out with that egg thingy, and now she's coming out with her birthday collection, which the collection to me is just, it's a big letdown. Like, when I saw that she was coming out with a birthday collection, I was excited. When I actually saw the collection, I was like, wait. The collection is a 5-pan eyeshadow palette. I think it has 2 mattes in it. It does have a matte black, which, like, that's me. I literally am. I am a matte black right now. The palette, besides the matte black and the bright pink, to me, is just the least interesting palette that I've ever seen in my entire life. Like, if you just take away the matte black, which I own already, take away the bright pink, which I own already, it's just like, it's like 2 shimmery, pink-ish, mauve-ish kind of colors, and then like a white. I think the collection comes with 3 lip glosses, or even if they're liquid lipsticks, I think they're lip glosses though. They look like they're lip glosses. I couldn't care less about this collection, and it's really unfortunate. I love the little graphics, and I love just kind of the whole theme that it's like Barbie and her birthday, and it's like, it's all pink, and that's cool, but I just feel like she could have done definitely a better job with this. So I'm looking the other way, is where I'm looking, over there, that way. A palette that I saw yesterday that I feel like I'm gonna be a huge hypocrite for disliking this, so don't fight me. But Dominique Cosmetics Transition Palette, it's an all matte warm palette. Usually all matte palette, like, you just say all matte anything, it don't even matter what you put after that. I am interested. I want to know more immediately. My issue with this palette is that she is just a little too late. I think if she would have came out with this maybe like 2 years ago, people would have just eaten them up. But I feel like we have so many neutral all matte eyeshadow palettes. Just me, just myself, I have like way too many. I have the Makeup by Mario palette. I have like 6 Viseart all matte palettes. I have the Jeffree Star Orgy palette. I have like, I have that Hola Chola ColourPop Becky G palette. You know what I'm talking about. I have so many. So I'm like, why do I need another one? Like, if she would have came out with this before all of those eyeshadow palettes came out, then okay, now we're talking. Now we can have a conversation. Let's converse. But the fact of the matter is, it's like, We have this. We own this. We don't need this. We don't. And I'm sorry. I love Kristen Dominique. I think she is like, I like her. But that doesn't mean I'm going to go buy the palette. So Pat McGrath. I'm going to be really honest for just 1 second. I do own Pat McGrath palettes. I think I have 2 of them. I have a couple of her highlights. I just don't understand. Oh, I also do have lip pencils from Pat McGrath. I just don't understand what it is. I just don't get it. I don't get the hype. I don't get what's the excitement. I don't get the price. I don't get it. I'm so sorry. Please don't fight me. I don't get it. I do love the 2 eyeshadow palettes that I have. I mean, I've used them enough. Not enough to justify the price tag, but I've used them enough. And I think that they're really cool, but do I think that they're worth all of this excitement and all of this jibber jabber? Like, I don't. I really don't. So she's coming out with a Divine Rose 2 collection. I didn't like Divine Rose 1. But we're talking about 2 now, okay? We're not going to talk about 1. We're not going to talk about, well, I don't like that. I don't like that at all, but we're not going to talk about why I don't like that. There's nothing about this that makes me feel inspired, that makes me want to create, that makes me like want to combine cut. Like, it just, to me, it's like a neutral palette, but worse. Does that even make sense? It's even more boring to me than a neutral palette. Like, everything is so light and just understated and almost ashy. And then there's what, 2 matte eyeshadows in here? No, stop it. No, I don't want this. This is a $125 eyeshadow palette. You're gonna give me 2 mattes and then like 5 or 6 ashy tones. Like, I'm just not. There is nothing about that interests me. 0 things. So this is an eyeshadow palette that I feel like we should talk about. I feel kind of bad talking about this because it's collaboration, but I'm going to talk about it anyways. I'm so sorry. So the Club Nebula palette by Kaleidos. I feel like when you look at this looks like a Katie kind of a palette. You know, it looks interesting. I'm pretty sure it's sold out right now. I'm pretty sure it's sold out like really, really quick. So that's awesome. This is a collab with Angelica. I cannot say her last name. Please don't find me. I will leave her last name on the screen because I don't know how to pronounce anything. I don't know how to read. I think that this palette is different for sure. 100% is definitely different. But I feel like there's like 3 or 4 eyeshadows that I personally really feel drawn to, and that's everything to the right hand side of the palette. That dark blue, dark purple, dark grayish blue, even that bright green. I'm like, yes. That dark red, yes. Everything else is just uninteresting to me. And I know that that's really just personal preference. There are plenty of people that I've seen that really like this eyeshadow palette, that have purchased this eyeshadow palette, and that is great. I am just not gonna be one of those people. I also kind of feel like that bright green, that blue, that like darker blue, and that even darker blue than that, I kind of have those shades already. That darker purple, I feel like I have that already. That like reddish color, I feel like I have that already. I don't feel like this is something that my collection is missing. So for that reason, I'm just not gonna get it. I'm not saying that you shouldn't get it. I'm not saying that nobody should get it. I'm just saying I shan't be getting it. I think we should talk about Tarte real quick. I think that's who we should talk about. Really quickly. I just want to touch on them real quick and then roll out, okay? So Tarte is coming out with this Amazonian clay palette thing, okay? And this, I don't know, is this tied with Divine Rose 2 for being the most boring thing I've ever seen in my entire life? Probably. Because this is the most boring thing I've ever seen in my entire life. Ever. I don't know why it is that people think that this is a good time to be coming out with these all matte neutral eyeshadow palettes. I just don't. I'm confused as to why people think that this is the time. I don't understand it. Tarte has about 3,000. I was gonna say 100, but that's a lie. 3,000 neutral eyeshadow palettes. Why is this still a thing? Majority of people that I see, you know, that are like interested in makeup or that want to do makeup, they're always doing like some type of neutral look, and I get it. You know, that's best for every day. That's what looks pretty. I get it. I think the market is so oversaturated with neutral eyeshadow palettes, and I know I just bought one. I know I just bought one from Vive, and I just did a review on that. I will link it up here if you didn't see it. But I even find that palette to be more interesting and more creative than this. This just looks like there are 10 of the same eyeshadow. The shimmers don't even look like shimmers. They look like mattes with just like a little, like stop. This to me, and it's $45. Cut it out. Cut it out. Nobody needs this, okay? Nobody needs this. So I don't want to see eyeshadow tutorials with this palette. I don't want to see it. I think I want to talk about maybe 2 more things because I feel like I've been sitting here for just far too long. Just far too long. I am going to bring up Samantha Ravindal's new brand. Please don't punch me because I know everybody and their mothers and their uncles and their cousins and their aunties and their dogs is raving about this brand. But just give me 1 second and I will explain myself really quick. I am so happy that she is coming out with her own brand. I have been following her for so long. Do you guys remember? Okay, this is when I started following her and I will never forget it, never. She did this like all green, like pop art zombie makeup tutorial. Not tutorial. I don't think she did a tutorial for it, but like it was the makeup look that she posted on Instagram eons ago. And that was when I first found her and that was when I first started following her. She used to do such creative looks and I always got so inspired by her. She had created that palette with, oh my God, what is that? What is the name of that company? I loved that palette. I loved it so much. I don't know if I still have it in my collection. I mean, it was really old. But anyways, they came out with the palette. I was all about it. I love her, okay? She's now into more neutral makeup, as most people are. I mean, you know what? You evolve. I get it. The products that she is coming out with, her first launch, initial launch, it's like an eyeshadow, a cream and powder eyeshadow kind of thing. It's kind of like the Dose of Colors Ideal Duos, which I adore. And then she's coming out with a liquid highlighter. So I did already pick up all 3 of the eyeshadows. So in case you want to say something to me, I did pick them up. I picked them all up and I'm very excited to receive them. But the liquid highlighter, no quiero eso. No lo quiero. Not I. The reason is, obviously this is very personal to me. I don't like liquid highlighters. It's very simple. I don't like liquid highlighters. I really tried to get into them, especially now that I have dry skin. I'm like, oh, you know, we need a good liquid highlighter. No, we don't. No, we don't. I don't like them. I don't like how they look. I don't like how they apply. I don't like how much work they are. I don't like anything about them. I'm really a powder highlighter kind of a person. I'm really a powder everything kind of a person. I want very, very few of my products on my face to be liquid. I'll take a liquid foundation. I'll take a liquid concealer. I'll take a liquid lipstick. That's about it for me. Everything else, give me a powder. I want a powder. Let me get a powder. So I like what she did with the color range. I like how there are so many shades, so versatile. I like everything about it. Oh my God, the packaging on it, gorgeous. I just don't like that it's a liquid highlighter. Honestly, it would be such a waste of money that I just can't even bring myself to do it. So I picked up the eyeshadows. I'm very happy to support her, but I don't want it. The last thing that I want to talk about is probably the most random thing on this entire list, and that is the Glam Glow and Marilyn Monroe collab. What? Marilyn Monroe is like super dead. Do you know that? And it's not even like a real collab. It's literally just Glam Glow. They smacked Marilyn Monroe's name on it and they're putting it out. Like I'm so confused by this. I don't understand what is the point. And this is a thing that I've been seeing happen recently. It's literally just a product that you already have. You just smack someone's name on it and then you're putting it out. I'm so confused by this. What is the reason? Someone tell me the reason. It's literally just to get people who are fans of said person who you smack the name on to buy the product that already exists, that they wouldn't have otherwise purchased. I like Glam Glow masks as much as the next girl or guy. Don't get it twisted. I think Glam Glow has like the best masks on the market. Very expensive, but very effective, and they definitely do what they're supposed to do. That I think should stand on its own, and I think that should hold enough weight that you don't have to do these gimmicky things like slapping Marilyn Monroe's name on a mask that Marilyn Monroe has never used in her life, okay? Glam Glow did not exist when Marilyn Monroe did. So, what's up? What are we doing? What's going on? I am genuinely curious. Please, somebody tell me what up. Okay, so I'm done complaining now. This is the end of the video. I hate like how just bratty I sound when I make these videos. I feel like there are some great makeup products that have been coming out recently. I am not saying that every single makeup product that's been coming out has been trash. I mean, I've reviewed a couple of things on my channel recently, so if you go back, you know, there are some good ones. I just feel like people are starting to get very gimmicky. They're starting to just not put as much energy into launches as they should. Not all people, but a lot. Like a lot of brands that I feel like used to really be on the ball, and now they're just kind of off the ball, you know? They're not on the ball, they're off the ball. Where's the ball even? Sorry if I sounded, you know, a little aggressive. I get aggressive when I talk about makeup, okay? I feel like I get really passionate, I get really into it. So if you think I was like trying to come out the screen, it's just because that's exactly what I was trying to do. I just really like talking about makeup. Okay, thanks, bye. If you guys like this video, please give it a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe if you're not already. Don't forget to follow me on Instagram and Twitter. That is just the Katie Danger. I swear I will post one day on Twitter. I will. You just wait. I'm coming. I would love to know if there are any new launches or recent launches that you guys are just super anti-hauling. Please leave that in the comments. I am so interested. I don't know if I'm just the shadiest person in the world, but I love to know what people don't want. Anyways, I'm gonna stop. Really, I'm gonna stop because this is just gonna be like a 3-hour long video. I'm gonna go. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye.